Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning to those joining us from Western Canada. Thank you for joining us today to take part in our long-delayed but much anticipated 2020 NSERC Prizes ceremony. For those of you who do not know me, I am Alejandro Adam, President of the Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council of Canada, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to our first ever virtual ceremony for the NSERC Prizes. I would like to begin by acknowledging the Indigenous peoples of all the lands that we are on today. While we meet today on a virtual platform, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the importance of the land, which we each call home. From coast to coast to coast, we acknowledge the ancestral and unceded territory of all the Inuit, Métis, and First Nations people that call this land home. Je suis heureuse d'avoir l'occasion de présenter les lauréats de cette année, parce que les événements des 8 derniers mois ont montré au monde entier que la recherche scientifique est une nécessité absolue et un atout de société que l'on se doit de promouvoir et de célébrer. To help us begin our celebration, I would like to introduce our first special guest. He is a tireless champion for Canada's research community, an ardent supporter of NSERC's vision, and a firm believer in the power of innovation to advance our country. Please welcome the Honorable Navdeep Bains, Minister of Innovation, Science and Industry.
Thank you very much for that very kind introduction, and hello everyone. I'm very honored to join you today as we celebrate Canada's top research talent in the natural sciences and engineering. In all, 26 of Canada's world-leading scientists and engineers, along with 13 of their industry partners, will receive prizes recognizing their contributions to fields ranging from healthcare to climate change, ocean science, and beyond. On behalf of the Government of Canada, I would like to congratulate all of the winners. We are so proud of your accomplishments. Au nom du gouvernement du Canada, je veux féliciter tous les lauréats d'aujourd'hui. Nous sommes vraiment fiers de vos réalisations. Not only do your efforts provide us with the evidence we need to make sound policy decisions, they enrich our society, improve our quality of life, and put Canada among the world leaders in research and innovation. If there is a silver lining to our current global pandemic, it is that billions of humans around the world today are interested in engaging with the latest science. That is surely more focused attention than at any other time in history. The crisis has helped us truly understand how the work of scientists and researchers around the world directly affects our everyday lives. I really hope this awareness and interest is sustained long after the pandemic has subsided. The government has long known that supporting science and research leads to a better, brighter future for all Canadians. That's why we have invested billions of dollars to support people like our winners and their colleagues across Canada as they push the frontiers of human knowledge. Le gouvernement sait depuis longtemps que soutenir la science et la recherche est essentiel. Ça contribue à assurer un avenir meilleur et prospère à tous les Canadiens. C'est pourquoi nous investissons des milliards de dollars pour soutenir des gens comme les lauréats d'aujourd'hui. Et grâce à eux, à leurs collègues partout au pays, nous pouvons repousser les frontières de nos connaissances. We are celebrating Canada's best and brightest today. But more and more, we're seeing the efforts of our scientists and researchers being recognized at international levels. Take recent Canadian Nobel Prize winner, Dr. Donna Strickland, for example. Dr. Strickland is just the third woman ever to be awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics after Marie Curie in 1903 and Maria Goeppert-Mayer in 1963. In 1985, she and a French research partner pioneered something called chirp pulse amplification in their work with lasers. Today, CPA is a technique considered state-of-the-art and is widely used by the highest power lasers in the world. I happen to be a CPA too, in the accounting world, so it's a totally different thing. Also with us today is Canadian Nobel laureate, Dr. Art Mcdonald. Dr. Mcdonald and his Japanese research partner were given the prize for demonstrating that neutrons have mass, something the greatest minds in physics have been working to prove since the 60s. And I meant to say neutrinos. And of course, Donna Strickland and Art Mcdonald. I'm sure that some of today's winners could go on to become international Hall of Famers like them. That's the level Canadian scientists and researchers play at. And all of Canada is proud. C'est dans cette sphère que les scientifiques et les chercheurs du Canada se trouvent et le pays tout entier est fier d'eux. I'd like to end by once again offering my sincere congratulations to all of today's award winners. Your work is important, it is inspiring, and it is world class. I am deeply grateful for the culture of innovation you're helping to grow in Canada. Votre travail est important. Il est source d'inspiration et il est de calibre mondial. Je vous suis reconnaissant de votre contribution à la création d'une culture d'innovation au Canada. Thank you all. And now I'd like to introduce Canada's Governor General, Her Excellency, the Right Honorable Julie Payette.
Hello, thank you so much, Minister Baines, for taking part in our celebration this year. This means a lot to our researchers and trainees across the country, in fact, to all Canadians. Thank you so much for your very kind and inspiring words. Now, it's time to announce the winners of the 2020 NSERC prizes. I would like to invite Dr. Danica Guzne, NSERC's Vice President of Research Grants and Scholarships, to begin the official announcement of this year's recipients of NSERC's top prizes.
Thank you, Alejandro, and good afternoon, everyone. C'est un plaisir pour moi de me joindre à vous aujourd'hui pour ouvrir cette cérémonie au cours de laquelle nous allons annoncer les lauréats des prix du CRSNG pour 2020. Our first awards recognize exceptionally promising work by young scientists and engineers. These are Canada's emerging research leaders. Cet après-midi, nous rendons hommage à 6 lauréats d'une bourse EWR Stacy. The first winner is William Chun of the University of British Columbia for research on the effects of climate change on marine biodiversity and fisheries. Congratulations, Professor Chun. Our next recipient is Toby Grossman of the University of Toronto for research and innovations advancing the state of human-computer interaction. Congratulations, Professor Grossman. Next, we recognize Mark Johnson of the University of Toronto, Mississauga for research on adaptation and survival of organisms in urban environments. Congratulations, Dr. Johnson. Our next recipient is Mari O'Connor of the University of British Columbia for research on ecosystem adaptation to climate change. Congratulations, Dr. O'Connor. La prochaine lauréate est Fanny Pelletier de l'Université de Sherbrooke pour ses travaux de recherche et ses réalisations dans le domaine de la dynamique éco-évolutive. Félicitations, Madame Pelletier. And our final recipient of a 2020 EWR Stacy Award is Ai-Ping Yu of the University of Waterloo for her research and innovations relating to carbon nanomaterials. Congratulations, Professor Yu. J'aimerais maintenant inviter Madame Pelletier à dire quelques mots au nom des lauréats d'une bourse Stacy.
Bonjour à tous. C'est un très grand honneur pour mes collègues et moi-même de recevoir une bourse commémorative EWR Stacy. L'année 2020 nous a rappelé l'importance de la science pour résoudre les défis auxquels notre société fait face. Fundamental research is essential in all sciences, including biology, chemistry, engineering, in order to maintain top-level scientific expertise that will lead to new scientific and technological discoveries. Grâce à cette bourse, 6 équipes de recherche menées par de jeunes chercheurs et chercheuses pourront continuer à contribuer à l'avancement des connaissances scientifiques au Canada et à former des étudiants et des étudiantes qui pourront eux aussi, à leur tour, contribuer à notre société. J'aimerais aussi profiter de cette occasion pour réitérer le message de notre scientifique en chef, Mme Mona Nemer, et dire aux jeunes, notamment aux filles qui désirent poursuivre une carrière en recherche, mais qui hésitent entre la science et la famille, que ces deux options ne sont pas des vocations distinctes et incompatibles. I conclude by thanking NSERC on behalf of all recipients for supporting our research with this fellowship. NSERC has been instrumental in my own science studies, going all the way from when I was an undergraduate student. I am particularly grateful for their support of long-term research. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Merci, Madame Pelletier. Et encore une fois, félicitations à tous les lauréats des bourses Stacy de 2020. Now, I would like to invite Marc Fortin, NSERC's Vice President, Research Partnerships, to present our next awards.
Merci, Danica. Bon après-midi à tous. Bon après-midi à toutes. It is such a great pleasure to be here with you today to celebrate the contributions of researchers and their industrial partners that NSERC has supported for so many years. These collaborations show how much is possible when experts from academia and industry align their talents, their visions, and work together. The Synergy Awards for Innovation honor outstanding examples of partnerships between industry and colleges, polytechniques, or universities. Ces prix mettent en valeur les avancées en recherche et en technologie, mais aussi les avantages qu'il y a à mettre en commun, les ressources disponibles pour tirer le meilleur parti de l'ingéniosité des Canadiens dans différentes institutions. Maintenant, pour le prix Synergie pour les petites et moyennes entreprises. The first category of Synergy prizes recognizes an outstanding partnership between a university and a small or medium-sized company. This award highlights the advancements and advantages that can be gained when companies collaborate with researchers to find an innovative edge that allows them to innovate and exceed expectations of their clients. The recipient of this prize is Dr. Ibrahim Bagheri, who has partnered with Warranty Life Services to simplify and enhance the technology behind the company's one-stop online service for customers to track warranty coverage. Today, Dr. Bagheri's innovations are fully implemented in Warranty's Life software, and that innovation is helping customers in Canada, the US, and Australia to protect their purchases quickly and easily. Congratulations to Dr. Bagheri of Ryerson University and to Warranty Life for that partnership. The second category of Synergy prizes recognizes a partnership between a university and a large company. We all know now that no company is innovation proof, and perhaps the context of the last several months has demonstrated that. The largest companies in the world know they need the cutting edge knowledge, the vision of scientists and engineers to help their products stay safe, reliable, and remain competitive on world markets. Just as researchers rely on large companies to help their innovations reach the greatest number of people. The recipient of this Synergy Prize category is Dr. Ali Imadi of McMaster University, who has partnered for many years now with Fiat Chrysler Automobiles of Canada to deliver new innovations that increase energy efficiency for electric vehicles and hybrid vehicles. In true confirmation of the leading edge nature of their technology, Dr. Ahmadi and his team have helped deliver a new breakthrough for the automotive industry. It is the first hybrid minivan in North America, the Chrysler Pacifica. Dr. Ahmadi, congratulations to you and your partnership with Fiat Chrysler Automobiles of Canada. Now, the third category of Synergy Award recognizes a research collaboration with 2 or more companies. We know that when a company collaborates with a researcher, the company gains an innovative edge. But when multiple companies partner to give researchers unprecedented access to their operations, it is an entire industry that gains that innovative edge. The recipient of the Synergy Award in this category is David Eaton and Mirko van der Baan, who collaborated with the Microseismic Industry Consortium. It is a fusion of experts from academia and Canada's energy industry to share data and knowledge regarding microseismic activity to advance safety, policies, and efficiency in the oil and gas extraction sector. As a result of this collaboration, Canada has gained more efficient oil and gas extraction, safer procedures that better protect the environment and provide the evidence-based knowledge for improving policies within the energy sector. Congratulations to Dr. Eaton of the University of Calgary. Congratulations to Dr. van der Baan, also of the University of Calgary. And congratulations to the industry partner within the Microseismic Industry Consortium. Now, the fourth and final strategy of Synergy Prizes recognizes an exceptional collaboration between a college, a polytechnic, CEGEP, and a company. Each year, researchers from Canadian colleges and CEGEPs partner with businesses in their community and across the country to deliver targeted solutions to critical challenges for those industrial partners. The recipient of the Synergy Award in this category is Deborah Henderson and Michelle Franklin, who collaborated with Silvar Technologies to develop innovative solutions that provide the Canadian agricultural sector with natural, effective, and sustainable pesticides. These chemical-free alternatives give growers an effective way to combat pests without harming the surrounding ecosystem. Dr. Anderson, Dr. Franklin, congratulations, both from Kwantlen Polytechnic University, and congratulations as well to Silvar Technologies Incorporated. Now, on behalf of all the recipients of Synergy Awards, I would like to invite Dr. Ali Ahmadi to say a few words. Dr. Ahmadi.
Thank you. In 2011, our team of collaborators set our goal to develop one of the best university programs in the world in the field of transportation electrification from the ground up. I quickly learned how nice and collaborative Canadians are. My colleagues at MAC, industry, large and small companies, and the government, in particular, NSEC. Starting as a new professor in a new country with no one else under supervision to what we have now, over 100 graduate students, postdocs, and engineers, and 150 undergraduate research students is just very rewarding. I am so thankful for FCA's support. They have been outstanding, even in this trying time of COVID-19. I'm also thankful to NSEC for NSEC to value applied research and to support industry partnership. NSEC programs such as Automotive Partnership Canada and collaborative research and development programs have supported our collaboration with FCA and have empowered us to develop next generation of technologies for electric and hybrid cars. The NSEC Synergy Award for Innovation recognizes our partnership with FCA, encouraging and helping us in our journey toward the car of the future. and this is for a brighter world. Our story is an example of how effective NSERC has been in empowering partnerships between academia and the private sector. And on behalf of the NSERC Synergy Awards recipients, I would like to thank NSERC. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Imadi. Congratulations again to all the award recipients. We're very proud of your accomplishments, and all Canadians are proud of the work that you do. J'ai maintenant l'honneur de passer la parole à la scientifique en chef du Canada. We're very fortunate today to be joined by Dr. Mona Nemer, Canada's Chief Science Advisor. Dr. Nemer.
Merci beaucoup, Marc, et bonjour, good morning, good afternoon to everyone. Congratulations to all the recipients of the Excellence Awards from NSERC. Well, this year will be remembered as the year of the COVID-19 pandemic, but it will also be remembered as the year when science was so present in the public discourse, where everyone became aware of the importance of science, of research for the betterment of society. It's also the year when we saw, an incredible number of collaborations across sectors, collaborations across disciplines, when we saw physicists, engineers, chemists team up with respiratologists, with infectious disease specialists to develop the next diagnostics, the next medical devices, the next treatment, the next vaccines for that matter. So 2020 is a great year for science, and as the minister said, it's now up on all of us to make sure that we ride this momentum and continue using the science not only to fight disease, but to better our world as well. Which brings me to the next prize, which is le prochain prix, qui est le prix Brockhouse du Canada pour la recherche interdisciplinaire en sciences et en génie. Ce prix est nommé en l'honneur du co-lauréat du prix Nobel de physique de 1994. Cette année, pour la première fois depuis la création de ce prix, le CRSNG décerne 2 prix Brockhouse. The members of the prize selection committee were so impressed by the quality, ingenuity, and impact of 2 nominated teams that they took the extraordinary step of awarding an additional prize to celebrate what they recognized as equally notable achievements in interdisciplinary research. Our first recipients of the Brockhouse Prize are the members of NetCare, the Network on Climate and Aerosols, for their collaborative work advancing our understanding of how these aerosol particles are formed, how they travel through the atmosphere, and the effects they have on climate. Congratulations to this year's Brockhouse Prize winners, the members of NetCare, who are Dr. Jonathan Abbott and Dr. Jennifer Murphy from the University of Toronto, Dr. Randall Martin and Dr. Jeff Pierce from Dalhousie University, Dr. Maurice Levasseur de l'Université de Laval, Professor Alan Bertram from the University of British Columbia, Dr. Richard Leitch and Dr. Knut von Salzen from Environment and Climate Change Canada, and Dr. Lisa Miller and Dr. Nadia Steiner of Fisheries and Oceans Canada. Congratulations to each and to all of you. I would now like to invite Dr. John Abbott of NetCare to say a few words on behalf of his teammates.
Okay, thank you. I would like to thank NSERC for awarding NetCare the Brockhouse Prize for Interdisciplinary Research. Formed in 2013 by a grant from NSERC's Climate and Atmospheric Research Program, NetCare stands for the Network on Climate and Aerosols Addressing Key Uncertainties in Remote Environments. The focus of the research network has been to conduct field measurements that enhance our knowledge of the connections between aerosol particles and climate, and to use that new understanding to improve atmospheric and biogeochemical and climate models. The focus has been on the Canadian Arctic, given the rapid rate of environmental change in that part of the world. As such, the climate was constructed from the start with an interdisciplinary approach in mind, with participation from atmospheric chemists, cloud physicists, biogeochemists, oceanographers, and climate modelers. Dozens of academic scientists, government scientists, and international partners were involved from the start, making substantial research, financial, and in-kind contributions. I want to stress that this award is collectively for everyone involved in NetCare, not only those people who were named associated with the award, and it allows for continued research into the connections between aerosol and climate.
Thank you, Dr. Abbott, and again, congratulations to you and your team. Le deuxième prix Brockhaus pour la recherche interdisciplinaire récompense la collaboration entre José Azania et Roberto Morandotti de l'Institut national de la recherche scientifique. Les travaux que ces deux chercheurs mènent en collaboration font progresser la technologie informatique au-delà des limites de l'électronique actuelle. In addition to their celebrated innovations that have replaced classical computer parts with optical components, the research has expanded into the realm of quantum computing, designing technologies and methodologies that harness the power of light for greater efficiency and processing power, the next great leap forward for computer technologies. Félicitations à notre deuxième équipe de chercheurs à recevoir un prix Brockhaus, Dr. José Azania and Dr. Roberto Morandotti de l'Institut national de la recherche scientifique. And I would now like to invite Dr. José Azania to speak on behalf of his partnership with Dr. Morandotti.
Thanks, Dr. Niemer, for your kind introduction. First of all, I'd like to congratulate to all answered awardees celebrated today, also on behalf of my colleague, Roberto Morandotti. Mon collègue, Roberto et moi-même, nous sommes très honorés de recevoir le prix Brockhaus aujourd'hui. Nous tenons à remercier le comité du CRSNG d'avoir choisi notre nomination. C'est vraiment très apprécié. We are convinced that the most relevant scientific problems of our present times require of an interdisciplinary approach. So the distinction with the Brockhaus Prize is especially important to us. Our award recognize long-standing, sustained collaboration and interdisciplinary effort in the fields of physics and electrical engineering over more than 15 years since we established our respective independent research groups at the IRS EMT in 2003. One of our main conclusions of all this exercise is that the outcome of this initiative is a testimony of the success of our institution and the Quebec and Canadian societies in welcoming and integrating newcomers and helping them to achieve their most ambitious goals. In this note, we are especially thankful to the support received to pursue our scientific work at the highest levels from INRS, NSERC, and other provincial and federal research funding agencies and bodies. Perhaps more importantly, the result of this work would have not been possible without the talent and tremendous efforts of all our group members over the years. This is including students, postdoctoral research fellows, associates, laboratory technicians, as well as our collaborators at national and international levels. So our deepest gratitude goes to all of them. Enfin, nous tenons également à remercier nos familles ici au Canada ainsi qu'en Italie et en Espagne pour le soutien continu et sans réserve toujours. Merci à tous. Encore une fois, félicitations à tous les lauréats aujourd'hui.
Bravo et merci, Dr. Azania. Congratulations to all the members of the NSERC's 2020 Brockhouse Prize winning teams. Thank you for mentioning the students who play a critical role in all our research. Now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our next special presenter for today's awards, Dr. Arthur Mcdonald, co-recipient of the 2015 Nobel Prize for Physics. And Dr. Mcdonald has been a tireless champion, not only of research, but also of knowledge translation. He was heavily involved during this pandemic in a interdisciplinary collaboration that resulted in the development of new ventilators. So thank you for everything that you continue to do, Professor Mcdonald, for science and for the country. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Namer, and congratulations to all the recipients who have been recognized so far this afternoon. Our next award recognizes recent cutting-edge research, which marks a major discovery in a research field or discipline. The John C. Polanyi Prize was created in tribute to Canadian researcher John C. Polanyi, recipient of the Nobel Prize for Chemistry in 1986. This year, the John C. Polanyi Prize is awarded to Professor Karen Maxwell of the University of Toronto. Dr. Maxwell heads a team studying the soil-dwelling bacteria Streptomyces to discover exactly how it fends off attacking phages. She and her team discovered that Streptomyces produces molecules that stop viruses in their tracks and prevent fast replication. This breakthrough has uncovered a fundamental discovery about bacterial biology, and it opens the door to new screening approaches for drugs for the treatment of human cancers and viral infections. For her groundbreaking contributions to the field of biochemistry, NSERC presents Dr. Karen Maxwell with the 2020 John C. Polanyi Award. I would now like to invite Dr. Maxwell to say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Mcdonald. It's a great honor to be selected as the recipient of this year's Polanyi Award and to be part of this group of amazing scientists being celebrated here this afternoon. We're living at a time where science and research are more critical than ever, and yet funding opportunities, particularly for basic research like the work I'm being recognized for today, remain scarce. 4 years ago, NSERC invested in me through a discovery grant. My work studying the biological warfare between bacteria that live in the soil and the viruses that infect them had no clear and immediate applications. But NSERC recognizes that creativity and innovation are at the heart of all research advances, and they provide scientists with support that enables them to explore the boundaries of the natural world. And this is so very important, for we can't predict where the next big discoveries will come from. And as John Polanyi himself said, you can't tell people what to discover. If they knew, it wouldn't be discovery. I would like to thank my lab members, the incredibly talented students and postdoctoral fellows who carry out the day-to-day experiments, my many collaborators, the University of Toronto, and most importantly, my partner in both research and life, my husband, Alan Davidson. Finally, I would like to thank NSERC for investing in me and in my trainees. Your support will allow us to forge new research directions, and who knows where this may lead us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Maxwell, and congratulations once again. Now it is my pleasure to turn the proceedings over to another Canadian Nobel laureate, the first female winner in physics in over 50 years, who will present our final award this afternoon. Please welcome Dr. Donna Strickland, co-recipient of the 2018 Nobel Prize for Physics.
Thank you, Dr. Mcdonald. Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations to today's recipients. Our final award today is NSERC's highest honor. The Gerhard Hertzberg Canada Gold Medal for Science and Engineering is given each year to a Canadian researcher who has amassed a truly exceptional record of achievement, influence, and reputation over the course of their career. In recognition of her outstanding contributions to the advancement of science and discovery in Canada, the 2020 NSERC Hertzberg Gold Medal is presented to Dr. Molly Schoiket of the University of Toronto.
About 15, 20 years ago, everybody was growing nerve cells on flat 2D surfaces. And given that we are not 2D, we asked, I wonder if we could grow cells in a 3D environment. I think the big challenge in research is that you fail all the time. We are doing things that no one's ever done before, and that's why it's so hard. Years ago, when I was a PhD student, one of my mentors said to me, you know, research is a little bit like playing tennis. The goal is just to return the ball. So we took the fundamental learning that we had, developed a series of tools, in a sense, for growing cells more generally in a three-dimensional matrix called a hydrogel, just a water-swollen material. And then we think, you know, how could that actually be useful so that they're innovations? Because if you don't have discovery, you're not going to have invention. And if you don't have invention, you're not going to have innovation. And if you don't have innovation, you're not going to have a commercialization and get out to people. Imagine you have a highly invasive cancer like brain cancer or lung cancer. Right now, we're only screening drugs in terms of how effective they are at killing the cells. But there's always some cells that survive. But now, because we're growing cells in a 3D environment, we can also see how the cells are affected by the drugs in terms of invasion. We can do that with hundreds of drugs at the same time. And so that's really exciting. We can take those basic discoveries and turn them into something real to really make something better for people. It is something that's motivated me in my research for decades.
Over the course of her career so far, Molly Schoiket has made seminal contributions to the fields of chemical engineering, regenerative medicine, biomedical research, and pharmaceutical development. It would not be an exaggeration to say that Molly's work is helping to create the future of medicine, bringing treatments we've only dreamed of within our grasp. A hallmark of her career has been her drive to make sure her work has an impact well beyond the laboratory. She is an esteemed collaborator, a visionary researcher, and a powerful science communicator who has worked tirelessly to transfer her knowledge to society where it can have the greatest benefit. I would now like to invite Dr. Schoiket to say a few words.
When my children were growing up, they, like most children, asked why and how. Why is the sky blue? How are babies made? Why doesn't the windshield washer fluid freeze in the winter? Why and how underpin research and discovery. By questioning dogma and exploring new ways to solve old problems, we invent new solutions and gain a greater understanding of the world in which we live. I think of research and innovation as an upward spiral. Discovery leads to invention, which then leads to innovation and commercialization. And then this, of course, to new discovery. In the knowledge-based economy, depend on creative ideas to find solutions, whether these be in energy, the environment, or in health, such as solving the global pandemic in which we now live. Our research is at the intersection of engineering, chemistry, and biology. We design and synthesize new materials to better understand cancer progression. We invent new ways to deliver proteins and biological cells to promote tissue repair, with the goals of stopping and reversing disease progression in blindness, stroke, and spinal cord injury. Science, like life, is a team sport. I would not be here today without an extraordinary team of scientists and engineers in my lab, brilliant collaborators in complementary fields, and a wonderfully supportive family who bolster my strength and determination. I'm particularly grateful to my mother, Dorothy Schoiket, who inspired me and my brothers to reach for the stars. I thank NSERC for this amazing award, Dr. Strickland for bestowing it on me, and my colleagues at the University of Toronto, across Canada and around the world, for the confidence they have shown in me. I am both humbled and motivated to continue to make a difference through the advancement of knowledge. Thank you, merci beaucoup, et félicitations à tous.
Thank you very much, Dr. Schoiket, and congratulations for winning this major award. And we're so proud of you, and thank you for your inspiring words. Now, I'm very pleased to report that Her Excellency, the Governor General, is with us, and she will address us now. Please go ahead, Governor General.
Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everyone. As you all know, it looks like electronics always fail when they're not supposed to. Fortunately, I've been trained for many years to expect the unexpected, and I have always a backup, but it took me a little while to get it going. And that is why I missed the very first part of the presentation of the awards. J'en suis vraiment désolée. Je vous salue tous avec beaucoup de plaisir et beaucoup d'enthousiasme. J'avais tellement hâte de participer à la remise des prix et à pouvoir applaudir même virtuellement les lauréats du CRSNG. This year is very different. We are in a pandemic year and we are meeting virtually, but I can already pledge that science will come out with treatments, vaccines, solutions. We're almost there, and that next year we will meet in person again. And I hope that you will all join me at Rideau Hall so that we can celebrate not only the 2021 next year laureates, but even do a kudo to this year. Félicitations. La bonne chose d'avoir eu un problème technique au début de la conférence is that I had the chance to actually listen to all the presentation of the laureates before I am to address you. I was already in awe and in complete admiration of everyone who has been selected, whether the Stacys, the Brockhaus, the Polanyi, and then now Dr. Molise Schoiket, who I had the very honor of giving the Order of Canada to just a short while ago before the pandemic. Félicitations à vous tous. It is so important right now, and Dr. Mona Namer mentioned it. Science has been pushed in the forefront of everything. We talk about it, we trust it, we know that it is part of the solution. And every work that you do, whether you work on the infinitesimally small or the gigantic parts of the universe, everything that you do with your research contributes to the advancement of knowledge, make us a better society, and contributes to the science literacy. We see now an immense diversity in the laureates of awards of excellence in science, engineering, and technology. And that is extraordinary. I see more and more women scientists achieving, like Dr. Donna Strickland, the highest possible honors in science. And this is long overdue. Excellence is everywhere. It comes in every form and in every shape. Every single one of us contributes something that makes a difference. So I can only encourage you to continue to work hard, to contribute with your research and with your discoveries and with your inventions to advance knowledge, but also to continue to share that knowledge, to continue to collaborate, but also to outreach to people that might not be scientists and to share what you're doing, why you're doing it, and the questions that you're trying to answer and the questions that you have answered. It is by being all of us a little bit more scientific literate and using our critical thinking that we will be able to make better decisions as a society. And this is why it is so important to have scientific advice to our governments at all levels. I wonder sometimes if we should make or strike a particular partnership with teachers and faculty of education, because I don't know exactly how does one teach the curiosity of asking questions, the drive to try to analyze what's going on and to use critical thinking to make decisions. And perhaps this is something that we could all at some point contribute. So whenever you have the chance to share what you do with young ones or with anyone, please do. It makes a difference, but it also contributes to the understanding that we can't function within this world without the technology, without the discoveries, and without the science and the understanding of the world around us. In the meantime, I hope that you are well. J'espère que vous vous portez bien, que vous ne souffrez pas trop de ce confinement et de cette façon virtuelle de faire les choses. Nous le faisons dans l'espace, nous les astronautes, avoir à parler à des gens pendant des mois, des semaines, sans pouvoir les voir, sans pouvoir les embrasser. Ce n'est pas facile et ce n'est pas normal. Comme être humain, nous voulons faire une connexion beaucoup plus importante et cela reviendra. En attendant, prenez bien soin de vous. Stay safe and heartfelt congratulations to every laureate tonight, this afternoon or this morning, depending where you are in Canada. And je vous salue tous profondément et un salut tout particulier à toutes les personnes qui travaillent au CRSNG. Merci et désolé pour plus tard.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for taking part in our ceremony today. I know that you are a great enthusiast for science and engineering, and you are really an inspiration to all of us. And this continues our tradition of NSERC and Rideau Hall jointly celebrating our top scientists and engineers. And we hope to be back in Rideau Hall as soon as the pandemic is taken care of.
Absolutely. It's an invitation.
Merci. Congratulations to all of today's winners. And special thanks to our presenters, Dr. Mona Nimmer, Dr. Arthur Mcdonald, and Dr. Donna Strickland. We're grateful each of you could be part of our ceremony this year. All three of you are wonderful scientists and role models for all of us. Earlier, Minister Baines highlighted the Nobel-winning achievements of Dr. Strickland and Dr. Mcdonald. In the coming weeks, NSERC will also recognize the valuable contributions of Dr. Strickland and Mcdonald with two new NSERC prizes named in their honor, which will be awarded to deserving scientists and engineers beginning in 2021. But we will save the details of that announcement for another day. C'est avec grand plaisir que je me suis joint à vous aujourd'hui pour célébrer ce groupe de chercheurs remarquables en cette année où la reconnaissance de la science et des personnes qui la font progresser a pris une importance accrue aux yeux des millions de gens. Indeed, 2020 may very well go down as an exciting turning point for research in Canada. Today's winners come from different regions, different experiences, and different backgrounds, but they are united by a common passion for discovery and innovation. Au CRSNG, nous voulons que la recherche au Canada soit guidée par l'excellence et l'inclusion est la seule façon d'assurer que notre pays obtient le meilleur de tous les Canadiens et pour tous les Canadiens. The special group of winners we've celebrated today tell a story that only hints at the broad diversity of our country, but it's a story that foreshadows the full inclusivity that NSERC envisions for Canada's community of scientists and engineers. I look to the diversity of the Canadian population as our most powerful resource, one that allows us to make scientific contributions that are unique in the world. J'ai fait appel à chacun d'entre vous pour aider le CRSNG à continuer de mettre en valeur cette ressource en développant les voies d'accès pour les groupes sous-représentés qui peuvent faire progresser la communauté de recherche du Canada dans de nouvelles directions prometteuses. As winners of the 2020 NSERC prizes, each of you have been recognized by your peers for contributions that are already encouraging and inspiring the next generation of scientists and engineers. And with your inspiration, I believe we will achieve our vision of a country where all Canadians see themselves as discoverers and innovators. And so I congratulate our recipients one final time on these well-deserved honors. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon for our annual NSERC Prizes Awards ceremony. Je félicite tous les lauréats à qui nous avons rendu hommage ce soir. Je leur souhaite beaucoup de succès dans la poursuite de leurs travaux de recherche, leurs activités et leur vie. Merci beaucoup.